because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. I can't take it seriously, but we have to take it seriously.
You don't have to.
No, you haven't. What's that, Dom? Have you got a book out, mate?
Have I mentioned I've got a new book out? It's just coming out now, and it's called What About Me? It's about What About Me, 1999. Get it on my webpage. Was it Dominic, was it -Negus was it co.uk? There you go, then, yes it is.
We'll put the link in the description so people know. Dominic, first of all, I'd like to say it's been a long time, or not like to say that, but it actually hasn't, because I see you last week.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to say, well, Sunday was wicked. That what you'll do up the Indigo was fantastic. We had such a laugh. It's lovely. So, do you know what? I made a friend there. Was it with John Fisher, Big John Fisher? Yeah. He's got in contact with us. We're going to have a bit of lunch next week when he's get back, and I just thought both of them on stage. It was brilliant. I thought it was brilliant. It's lovely to see Darren up there. Obviously, Gareth Davis. You know, it was great. It was great. I mean, Darren obviously always gets me when he talks about his brother Gary. I mean, you know what I mean. But it's. I thought it was great. And obviously Eddie was fantastic. You know, Eddie's always around, but it was just good. I mean, it's like it does worry me the connection you two have though. But I mean, I'm not going to get involved in that side of things. But anyway, yeah, it was brilliant. It was a really good night. Really enjoyed it, and got to do it again, mate. Perhaps you get me up there next time, you know. So, but we'll have to wait and see.
That could be food for thought. Right, let's just kind of get the. We're not going to expose your age here, but you have been retired from the ring officially retired from the ring as a professional for what, 22 years?
Yeah. Obviously, officially from the pro ranks, yeah, since all the Harrison fight. I'm still fighting. I still have me do my own licensed stuff. I'm fighting in September 23rd, and I'm actually. Well, I'll let you know. I've got a little suit coming. I'm going to have a go to BKB in November. It's going to be hopefully officially announced next week. But I've got a meeting next week. But I'm going to have one of them just to listen. It's what I've done all my life is fight, isn't it? So someone else can feel the pain for a change. You know, I mean, can you see what's going on in my head? If people could. I always feel like the fellow out of the Magnificent Seven. I was only saying about the star. I feel like where my life's changed so much, you know, where you have to let things slide now. And I feel like that Robert Vaughan, he was like the one who was the best gunslinger out of all of them. And everyone knows he was the best gunslinger, but he was always held back. And that's how I thought, mate, perhaps it's my time to just let it go for once. And just hopefully I can put you to bed then. I mean, obviously the bare knuckles are a completely different kettle of fish to sort of boxing. But I mean, it ain't no different from what I've been brought up all my life doing. At least hopefully I won't be getting in there with pool cues and pint glasses getting slung at me. But, you know, that's what happens when you used to come around my house for dinner on a Sunday. But anyway, but no, it's all good. It's all good. So
I think it's fair to say that anyone that knows you or knows of you, that your whole life, not just kind of your involvement in boxing, but your whole life has been certainly no fairy tale, and it's been, well, not go as far as saying Hollywood-esque, but you could have a film about yourself. Your book that you've just brought out, obviously, which I'm very excited to read, not just because there's about 3 pages in it with me in it.
I appreciate you.
No.
I appreciate the time you took to do it as well, though. Thank you. I mean, listen, this book's completely different. I've got about 1 page in it, and then there's just, obviously, there's stories from loads of different people, from my daughter, from my ex-wife, to people I've had trouble with. You know what I mean? They've all got their kind of time to say their little bit. You know, life hasn't been fair on anybody, has it? I'm not saying, you know, I played the game with the cards I've been dealt with. You know what I mean? I played the best, you know what I mean? And yeah, okay, listen, you know, I thought things would be so different by now. And I'm still fighting. I'm like 53 now, I'm 53 now. You know, but I still rock and roll. You know, you don't want to push me in the corner. No one likes to put baby in the corner. No, but, you know, I mean, that's why you don't see me out very often, because I'm still the same person I am. You know, and it's like, but this book is just, you know, we've got a great forward from Ricky Grover. You know, there's some good stories. Obviously, Ricky Hatton, he's always pops up in my books. He's so good. He's a good guy. You know, and there's like yourself, I've got some great. I mean, I want to rattle off loads of people like Mark Epstein. Things I said earlier. You know, we got the book launch today, and these are people that come out and were willing to help me. You know what I mean? And it's like I say, some of the stories, some of them are nice stories. Some not so bad, but you can see how my life's changed. My daughter come along. Have I mentioned I've got a daughter? But no, she did. You've seen it. You've seen, you know, my life's completely changed, but I'm still the same person. So I still have to keep check on it. You realise, it's changed out there. I was working in a hostel up to a few weeks ago. I've been there 4 years. And that was every day something was going on. So, and it's not nice. It's not nice. The life, but things have changed so much where I'm dealing with the council, I'm dealing with the police. Now, you look at my phone, I've got 10 different policemen's phone numbers there. You never seen me talking to a copper 20 years ago. I've been walking the other way. But life has changed so much, and it's like, I just want to be left alone because I'm still that same. You keep poking me, and I will still turn around and bite your fucking face off. You know what I mean? Because that's all I've ever known. And it is funny where, I'm quite lucky. I've met a new girl. She's trying to, she brings a good side out of me. Joanna, just let you know I'm thinking of you. You know what I mean? No, but it's a good side, but also the bad side. You know what I mean? You can't have me. You get the full package. There ain't no in betweens with me. And sometimes, listen, and it is nice that people get to see a different side of me. Not everybody's privileged enough to see. I mean, I bumped into Billy Joe the other week. We were out in Fuerteventura, and he said something. He goes, he knows he's been a bit silly sometimes, like things have happened. And I said, but we were sitting there, we had such a great conversation. It was, it was quite, I've known Billy anyway and his brother Tommy and that for years, great family. But then also I said, but I get it. I said, but Bill, sometimes people don't deserve to see this side of you because we've already been prejudged, haven't we? Listen, life's just hard. Life's always been hard. Yeah, of course I want it to be easier. I'm fed up with things. It's like, people think, I said, what I've always said to them from day one, I walk down the aisle, big bad dog, he don't give a shit about nothing. Of course I do. I struggle every day. I struggle to get out of bed some days. My head ain't right. But I know if I don't get out and go to bed, then I ain't going to go to work. I've got to work. I've got to try and get money from somewhere. So look, we're back at the gym now. We're back at Sparta. We're back. This is going to have a complete new overhaul. We've got some people interested about investing some money in it. Because listen, when we were at it in the beginning, we were bashing out some proper fighters, weren't we? You know that. We had some good boys. Even like young Hamza Shiraz was out. We had Liam Dillon here. We had San Sahota, Boy Jones Jr. You know what I mean? Mike Saki, Ashley. We had Butch Goldhawk, you know what I mean? So I got a little bit there. I mean, we had everyone training, didn't we? I remember training, the boys, there was Eggy, Butch, training with Dillian White in here. Great times. So we're going to try and, look, this is where my heart is, let's get back doing this. Because no one can tell me what to do in the gym. Because I'm not saying that I'm far from the best trainer in the world, but we were just talking about it earlier, but I know what I'm doing in here. And no one can, if you don't want to do it my way, then go somewhere else. But yeah, hopefully we're going to get our teeth back into this with Ian Wilson. He's been here from day one, and he ain't changed. He's here from 4:30 in the morning, trains everybody. Now I think it's about time we'll give him back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, none of us are getting any younger anymore. But you're right about the Hollywood thing. Could be, look, read this book. I've got a new book coming out. Look. Have you seen it? But, it could be a film. There's some people said the stories in there that mind us a bit like Terry McCann, Minder. And that was my hero. I was always fighting for the underdog. You know what I mean? You never know. There could be something there. There could be something. Just get the right person to read it and think, yeah, okay, let's give it a go, I mean, there's enough shit on the telly nowadays. I mean, come on, you got, But I'll tell you, I've got a daughter. But no, I mean, again, I'm glad you turned up. I know you're busy. I mean, but like, never too busy with 10 minutes with old Domo. But no, I mean, yeah, I'm still fighting. I'm never going to be no different. But I just wish life could be a bit easier. Perhaps it's my own fault. Because I'm still militant. I'm still going to do it my way. And it ain't always. One thing do you know what I've learned? It doesn't hurt to say you're sorry, especially if you mean it. And I get that now. I really get that. And sometimes, yeah, I still do things I shouldn't do. One thing I've done, I've learned to keep my hands in my pockets a little bit more now. I might strangle you, but I won't try not to bite you or punch you anymore. So, but it's still there, I'm afraid, mate. It's still there. So.
Do you know what? I forgot how much you actually, when you're on one, how much you actually do talk, because I don't even remember what the fucking question was in the first place. You know what I mean? I don't remember what the question was. But your perception over the years has been quite interesting, because a lot of what you just said there is absolutely bang on. I think you are kind of one of these people, you know, the old-fashioned term, Ronsil, it is what it is with you. I think there's no kind of grey area with you. If you don't like someone, you don't like them. If you have something to say, you have something to say. But you've kind of maintained that in your... What, were you 43 or 50?
53.
53.
Even though I do look 43, don't I? If you look at my book... no, but... Yeah, I mean, listen, perhaps I'm looking a bit old, because I've had a bloody hard life. My own doing. There's no one else to blame, you know, and I truly get that now. But again, I've been really lucky with my friends. I mean, the last few years, going actually, because I don't do a lot. I go try and do me a little bit here, a little bit there. But it's, I don't know, my friends are kind of, my true friends are really shown through the last few years. And there's only a few of them out there, and then my circle's been really small. My phone has always said, don't answer my phone after like 7 o'clock at night. I'm not interested, wait till the morning, And I heard someone the other day about, was it the thing about if someone's got a problem with you, well, then they text me or phone me. Well, if they ain't got my phone number, they can't really have a problem with me because they don't fucking know me, do they? And I get that. My name still crops up occasionally, and I'm like, I ain't done nothing. It's nothing to do with me. Just leave me. You got my number, call me. I just want to be left alone. Me, my daughter, Bella's nearly 19 now. I don't know how she's turned out the way she has, because she's just perfect. In my eyes, she's perfect. Of course, everyone's kids are perfect. She's a great kid. She's so made me proud of her, considering she's come from 2 nutters, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, she's great. She's working. She's passed her test. She's only ever ticked every box put in front of her. So what can I say? I'm just, as long as she's happy, then if I was to go, if you went to me, right, your daughter's going to be happy for the rest of her life, but you've got to go now. I said, tell her I'll just go and get me bag. Because I've lived 10 men's lives, and listen, my life ain't been, I wouldn't say, it's never been the quietest. If there was something going on, I was always going to make a statement, I'm always going to be the loudest one now, but I was never a pussy though, I was never going to sit there and eat humble pie. But it's like now, so like, just things have changed, I realise now, the younger generation got no respect for nothing. I walk in the room and I think, it was this old fart. So something you've got to go with the flow a little bit, because these kids don't care now. They're, working down, in Hackney at this hostel in the middle of a Ridley Road market, you see some mad, bad things going on every day there, and it's a common occurrence. And so, like, we just get on with it. So that's why sometimes I had 4 years of it, come away now, and I need to, because otherwise it's such a negative vibe. Everything's negative there, so I need to get back being positive again now. So, and it's back at the gym, isn't it? It's where everything's going to happen again, so.
Would you consider yourself a misunderstood person?
Oh, come on, that is... This book here, right, when Karen Appleton done it, she come up with it, I wanted to do something. She goes, well, I'll do this. So she took hold of it. It's nothing... Can I be honest with you? I've not even really read it. I don't know what's going on. So everybody's had their own stories. And I said, have they read it? Well, one thing I will say now, right, people can probably get this book and pick it to pieces. Well, the spelling ain't right. This isn't right. We never claim to be writers. It's something we put together. Karen took it on board, and she's done such a great job. So there might be a few spelling mistakes. There might not. But I'm not perfect, so that book's going to be far from perfect, is it? So we've put the stories there. People have told them, and Karen's done such a great job. She deserves everything. Everything we get out of this, she deserves it, because she put all the work into it. We had Bob Longhurst come along with his friend Sandy. They put the book together. It was brilliant, and they took it out of our hands. We thought we were going to get stuck a little bit, but they said, no, we can do this, bang, and look at it. It's a magnificent. It's got pictures in it. It's got everything in it, and they're not colouring in pictures either. But I'm just saying, I don't know, misunderstood. There's 3. What they give people. One Cameron's doing. They said, explain Dom in 3 words. The number 1 word was loyal, and I love that. Listen, you know me.
Hold on. Can you just talk in the mic a sec? Let me just remind myself what I said about you in that section.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good enough. As long as I wasn't talking about my anatomy, or hopefully how big it was, or anything like that.
There you go. 3 words. I can find it here.
Yeah, but there's stuff here, look, big, friendly, giant. There's like lovable, insecure, I'll go with that one. Old friend, cuddly, lovable, rogue, fantastic heart, confident, smiley. You know, all these different words. But I'll tell you one thing, I know how long we've got here. But I don't know if you want to read your bit here, but a couple of people put a few, here's one quote, anonymous. How come you haven't got any money? How come all your friends have got money and you haven't got any? I said, yeah, I was too busy being a friend. I'm just trying to think. Can I read this one quickly? And it's just this anonymous one here, so it's like... I could tell you loads of stories about Dom, but the problem with most people, they've already made their mind up about him. If you're lucky to really get to know him, he isn't like anything you would have read or heard about him. Yes, of course, he's had loads of fights and he's hurt more people than he's hurt more than his fair share of people. But I don't think people realise how much Dom's been hurt himself. He doesn't really trust many people, and if he calls you your friend, then you're stuck with him for life. Double loyal, got the biggest heart, and really is the biggest kid who just wanted to be loved. And then, I'll go with that one. Are you going to read a bit out of your bit? Yeah,
I'll read a bit out of my one. I said, if I was in a situation with 50 men with swords outside, I don't know why I said swords, right? Okay, outside my door, and if I could pick one person, I'd pick up the phone and say, Dom, there's 50 people outside my house, and it'd just be me and you. Dom would already be on his way.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's bravery or just being stupid. You know what I mean? Because I've always been on the fact I couldn't have it, the fact that someone would go, oh, Dom's arsehole went. I couldn't have that. But this was the other one I was going to say. This was quite a good one. Seeing this, again, this is on Anonymous. Because, listen, some of my friends didn't want to put stuff in. I understand why. There's no problem because they're my friends. You can put things in it. There's some people that I wanted to do, they didn't want to do it. I get it. There's some people that wanted to be in, but I didn't want them in it. But this one is this is anonymous here. Seen Dom fight 4 fellas once. He took a few lumps, but got the job done. I'll never forget the look on his face, like a kid looking at his dad, trying to be told he was a good boy and done well. For Dom, it's all about being accepted. This is the bit I get. It makes me go a bit funny, actually, because then again, I've seen the other side of him, laying on the sofa, scared stiff of things that are never going to happen. Such a big art, but very tortured. And I really get that. You don't. If people could have a bit of time, my book, by the way, look at it. But 1999, get it off the website. But I get it. It's like my head ain't right. Not saying head right, but I'm an overthinker. I think of things that wouldn't even bother most people. They go, "What's all that about? Why has it bothered you?" You know, and people. Perhaps it's my fault because I've given the wrong impression of me. You know, was it so corny? We just want to be loved, don't we? Just want to be loved. I mean, I've got my brother, mum and dad are gone now. Got a big family in Italy. I said, like, life's changed a lot. You know, really, I'm 54. I just want to settle down now. You know, I'm quite lucky. Things are kind of taking a turn for the better. You know, I met a nice girl now. Just want to trying to keep my head down and just do the right thing. And it's like, you know, again, I'm lucky with my friends. My friends haven't changed over the years. You know, so I've got my mate B, got my mate Henry, and that's, you know, we've got all the other friends. Obviously, like, there's so many boxing friends, because we're all in like a box, got Kevin Green, we've got Boy Jones Jr.'s back, things like that. So it's great. It's kind of, life's gone full circle, but it's kind of, I don't know, you know, I could do with a few more quid in the bank. I think we all could. Everything's getting harder out there now, you know, and for me, I'm not going to go back to how I used to be because it's just going to make everything I'll tell people complete and utter lie, isn't it? As long as you don't back me up or you keep poking me, then I've got no reason to be who I used to be. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I reckon you've got a book out, Eric.
Might better. I was going to buy some new trainers. You know what I mean? I can't afford them nowadays.
Look, obviously, I do want to ask you, though, because it's something that I'm quite interested to know, and I think I do know the answer to this, but as a whole, has the boxing industry been kind to you?
Yeah. Oh, 1,000,000%. I mean, most of my friends are in the boxing game, or I've been known through the boxing, or anything to do with that. And I have to say, even though it's become such a circus lately, it is, I know everyone's going, oh, it's crooked and this and that, but it's still some of the best people in the world who are involved in boxing. I mean, I've got some great people. I've got people all over the place. I've got what's his name, over in Miami, Chris Glover. I don't know if you know little Chris. Yeah. And I've got people around the world. You know what I mean? And it's funny, and they go, come over. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, I'm sitting indoors thinking, perhaps I should take them up on their offer. I mean, but it's like, you know, again, I'm lucky. Again, even just mentioning Chris, it was like I've got Chris, I mean, like, people that saved my life and they don't even realise it. Joe Long, you know, Joe. Yeah. Like, Kevin Mitchell, I boxed, the Outlaw. I went for a bad about 4 years ago. And we had 3 mad fights. I won 2, obviously, sorry, I've got to get in there. But, and I did knock you out in the last one. But anyway, it's a great fight. And in fact, someone said to me today, what's the hardest I've ever trained for a fight? And that was a return fight for him with the Southern Area title, because I knew I couldn't afford to lose that fight. But you know, I was going through a bad patch about 4 years ago, and all of a sudden, I got a text, and it was from him. And he was just saying, I just feel like to talk to you, how are you? And he doesn't realise how mad this is. But all I'm going to say is, that he read between the lines, that man saved my life. And that's all I can say. I was in such a bad place. And, you know, sometimes you're thinking, look, you see that, we've got that RSA runs across. I was thinking, what if that take my weight? You know what I mean? And it's just madness what, you know, being in a dark place can do for you. And I just remember my mate Butch come to me one day, said, come, let's go back doing the roofing. Come and do some roofing with us. Come do some roofing. And all of a sudden, I remember being on site with him, and there's some lads there. I think his name was Wayne. And I was in, and they were proper geezers. Going, what are you doing on site? And I just burst out crying. But I didn't have no shame. Because it's like, I think then people could realise they could feel my pain, what I was going through, and just certain things you go through, don't you? And it's like, you know, one thing I was always taught, okay, you can have your bad moments, but you don't give up. You got to keep going. Then you just got to brush yourself off, and we go again, don't we? You know, God's given us a chance every morning. You wake up with breath in your body. It's give us another chance, ain't it? So, again, that's all I can say. It's just, you know, I'm still here. And I think it could be a film now. What do you reckon? I reckon Idris Elba could play me, but we obviously, you know, apparently there's a bit of a difference. I don't know why, but someone said, no, listen, me and I just come on, mate. If you can, you know, I've seen you can hold your hands up a little bit, but otherwise it's probably going to have to be Tom Hardy, I reckon. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, Idris would be. I've got to say,
Statham ain't a bad shout for you.
Yeah, but Statham's a little bit on the skinny side, don't you?
But you can bulk up for the role. Yeah. You've got the same head shape anyway.
Nah, listen, oh my God, Statham, I don't have Sly let him play me. Eh? The Rock, yeah. Hold on, I can't do it. Was it The Rock's got cooking, something like that. But yeah, I mean, listen, you never know, in the grace of God, you know, because there's other people made films out of their lives. But listen, and one thing, someone said to me, they mentioned some people to me. One thing about me, and you, again, Coog, you know me, I'm the real McCoy, mate. You know what I mean? You know, I'm tried and tested. And not that I'm trying to get people come and like have a little pop at me, but that's, no, drop me out, you know what I mean? But all I'm just saying is I've been there, seen it, I've done it. I'm more than paid my dues, you know, and you know that. And it's like, if I can help people, and it is when people talk to you and they go, when they actually sit there and talk, we go, we never thought you were like this. I don't know, that's my favourite. What do you think I do? Eat babies or something? You know what I mean? People have got a completely wrong twist on me. But it's like, again, perhaps it's my fault because that's the impression I've given. And I totally get that. But sometimes that's like a bit of a defence mechanism, like keep away from me. Because sometimes you think, I don't need more friends. But I think can always do with a few more, couldn't we, I suppose? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, Dom, listen, appreciate your time. Good luck with your launch. Let's go double.
Come on, it's good. It's a proper ball.
Do you know the best thing, you explained it, right? This is how you explained the book today, right?
Look, me and Bella look like drug dealers. We're going on holiday. We're going to Italy. We had to have sunglasses and woolly hats. Yeah. I've still got mine. Actually, I lost the woolly hat.
Don't give them too much, mate. You'd give up the old book, wouldn't you?
Look, there's more there. Oh, no, there's enough there. That's enough. That's it.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
No, listen, thank you very much. And thank you for my copy of the book. But yes, I will put the link to how to get the book in the description. So get on that, because if there is a book worth reading, and some are and some are not, but this is definitely, I'm quite excited. Do you know what? Actually, I'm quite excited to read this because you said that you've not read the whole thing, right? So there could be people that have slagged you off and you have no idea.
Like Karen said to me, you need to read the book, you need to proofread it, Well, I think I read my brother's one because he can be a bit embarrassing sometimes about when we were kids in the bath and shit like that. No, but other than that, people have got their own stories, you see. So I can't really muck about it because that's their own perception, you know. And that's how I've left it, you know what I mean? As long as the spelling was right. I'm telling you now, there's one mistake in the book that I've seen. And I said,
Let people find it.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, it's an obvious kind of one, but let's see if you find it. And you put, you know what I mean? There ain't no prize, I'm afraid, you know what I mean? So, but my Cam was a bit upset, but it wasn't her fault because, you know, you've got to see it and you see if you can see it. But it's like, but again, we weren't writers, we're not authors, it's not perfect, but it's great. And the feedback I've had back on it, I'm not just saying it because it's my book. It ain't 5 stars. It'd have been 7 stars that one because they're saying it's funny, it's sad. People get to know. Again, it's everybody else's perception about me, not me telling. I went down here, I did this. Oh, blah, 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 blah. It's other people they got to know me, and you know, some of the people don't even know me like that. And that's the maddest thing. So, but I just appreciate your time, mate. I know you're so busy, mate. It's just great to see you, mate. And I thought you guys were fantastic last Sunday. Can't wait for the next one. I'll be there again. I want to get on the red carpet next time.
You should have been on the red carpet anyway. Why didn't you have a picture? I didn't.
No.
You were actually one of the few people that I didn't see have a picture on that thing.
I didn't. And I had clean pants on and socks.
We wouldn't have seen any of that.
Well, you would have, because I wasn't wearing any trousers.
Dominic Negus, thank you very much. Talking to IFL TV. Like I said, best of luck with your launch tonight, and get on it.
New book.
You can't even buy a double drink for that.
I know, but I promise you.
In Chingford, no.
No, and this is a different kind of, and I'm hoping you guys will like it. You know, I really do. I'd love to hear your, your reviews or whatever. But listen, if you don't like it, tough shit. You know, so no. But I keep saying it's going to make expensive toilet rolls. But listen, I'm sure you guys are going to like it. You know, who's going to read it? It's going to be people that are going to understand me. Well, you will do afterwards, and that's it. Thanks, Kay. Thanks for your time, mate.
Lovely. Dominic Negus, thank you very much. And guys, we'll catch up with you again soon. God bless.